Alright guys, we're going to make another video about the Blackstone 22-inch griddle, Adventure Ready, that I got from Walmart. We're going to do seasoning today. It's pretty cold outside today. It's about maybe a little under 50 degrees, but hopefully the griddle gets hot enough that I can season it properly. It's a very easy process. All you need really is obviously you need some gloves just so you don't burn yourself, some vegetable oil, tongs, towel paper, and I'm going to do an extra step that you don't see much on YouTube. Is I'm going to wipe it down a little bit with a little bit of soapy water just to get some of the residue from the when they season it from the factory. I'd rather use my own seasoning. So, and I apologize in advance for the noise. Our house backs up to a busy road, so I hope you guys don't mind that too much. All right, so from the factory it comes pre-seasoned, they say, but I'm gonna wipe that off with a little bit of soapy water first. So not a lot, just a very little bit, and do that step first. Just a little bit of towel paper, soapy water, just give it a good wipe down. Make sure you take off all that stuff from the factory. I mean, you're not going to get all of it off, but I just feel better about wiping it down a little bit. Even stuff from packaging and any residues that might have gotten onto the grill during shipping and whatnot. And even when you're putting it together, it's just good to give it a good wipe down before you put your seasoning on. Can't really see much there. Can't really see much at all, but anyway, just for peace of mind. So I'll be back after I finish this step. All right, so I gave it a good wipe down. I took some regular wet paper towel without any soap in it and gave another wipe down. I do want to note that that's probably the only time you'll ever touch this griddle top with soapy water, probably in its lifespan. From here on out, you're just basically going to use regular plain water and oil every time you clean this thing up. So just wanted to mention that before we go into the next step. So the next step now is we're going to turn it on, open up the gas, turn it on, and let it basically cook. Well, I should say let it get warm for about 15 minutes. You're going to start seeing some color change after we do that. So I'm going to turn it on, put it on high, and let the burners go on for about 15 minutes. Okay, I gave it one more wipe down, which is plain water. I still couldn't, there's these little spots that I see on here. I still couldn't get them off. I don't know if they're rust or what, or it's just defects from the manufacturing of the griddle part. But I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I'm going to start to go ahead and now turn the griddle on high heat for about 15 minutes. So I open up the gas here. That's open. So let's turn this guy on. Let's see if that did it. I don't know. I smell gas, but I don't see anything. Huh. Okay. Let's try this side. I don't see any gas. Oh, there it is, finally. All right, so that side lit up. Let's try this side. There you go, finally. I was wondering, it took a little while. So now you could, I don't know if you could see it in the picture, but you got some flame there. So, okay, so both sides are on. Put it on high, and you're gonna start to see the color change on the top of the grill after a few minutes. So once that starts, I'll get back to you guys. Okay, it's been going for about 5 minutes now. The top is starting to turn a different color. It's not the greatest day to be doing seasoning because it's kind of breezy outside and also a little cold, and but it is what it is. I was excited to use it, so I just wanted to go ahead and do it. But you see the top starting to get a little darker in some spots, so that means it's getting there. It's getting to temperature, but it's got to be a good 15 minutes. You got to get this thing blazing hot before you put your first coat on it. And also, I do want to burn off anything that was from the factory before I apply my first coat of seasoning. So I'm going to be using sunflower oil. It has a high smoke point. I think it's 450 degrees for the smoke point. You could use anything that has a high smoke point. You could use canola, vegetable oil, linseed oil. If you're going to go with olive oil, I suggest using a light olive oil that's used for like grilling and stuff like that. Don't use that extra virgin stuff because that's just going to has a low smoke point. It's just not going to work too well for this kind of thing. So try to use something with a high smoke point, and it should do the job fine. So we're gonna let this go. You see that it's starting to turn darker in some spots, so it's getting there. I'm trying to keep this hood closed to retain some of the heat because it is cold outside, and I don't want the grill having to work against the elements also. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Okay, so it's getting much darker now. Has a nice dark brown in the middle there. Griddle's super hot right now. Coming out pretty nice. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put my first coat on. So I'm gonna put the camera off to the side so I can use both arms, both hands, and start the seasoning process. All right, first coat going down. All right, so I put the coat of oil on, and it's smoking up pretty good. So once that smoke dies down, we'll put the next coat on. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes and it's still smoking a little bit. I'm gonna give another 5 to 7 minutes, let this die down a little bit, and then we'll put our second coat on. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes and the smoke pretty much stopped for the most part. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the second coat of oil on. You can see it's getting that nice black color onto it, dark brown I should say. So that was only after one coat, so hopefully 3 or 4 coats does a really nice job on this. Boy, that's really hot. Sure you get all the corners nicely. Get these edges too, because you're gonna have stuff that's gonna be flying all over the place if you're doing like hibachi and stuff like that. You don't want stuff sticking to the sides either. So let me just get the sides there. So that's pretty much the method that we use, and we'll get back to you in a little bit. Also, make sure you get these edges here. Make sure you get the sides, these edges here, just so you get a full coverage, and you don't need much oil. A little bit goes a long way. You can see it's starting to smoke up really nice now. Get that back edge there. I'm not wearing my gloves because they were a little bit of a hindrance when I was doing the first coat, so alright, so now you see it's smoking up quite a bit now. So that's after the second coat. So we'll do 2 more after this, same process, and it should be done. Alright, we're about 5 minutes into the second coat. Smoke is still coming off the top there. I don't know if you could catch it on the camera that well, but you can still see the smoke coming off there. But the color is looking really good. We're getting some nice deep color on it now. So not bad. After 2 coats, I think 2 more should do it. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. I think this smoke should dissipate by then. Well, that was a little faster than I thought. Like about 2 minutes later, it looks like all the smoke kind of dissipated. And I still have the flame on high. I don't know. I see some folks put on medium or low for the second coat and third coat and fourth, but I don't know. I feel like because it's cold outside and it's kind of windy, I'd rather just keep it on high and keep this thing super hot. So we're gonna put on the third coat now and see how things go. I'm gonna put gloves on this time and see if that works a little bit better. I'm gonna grab the gloves and the towel paper, see how that works. See if this works. Not really. I'd say probably the tongs is still a better bet. It's not bad. Do have a little more control. And it's still plenty hot. Okay, I mean, not bad, but I don't know. Some folks like the tongs, some folks take a chance and put a glove on and this and that, so trying both ways, see what works better. I mean, it's not bad. Actually, I don't know. This might be a little easier actually this way. Alright, so let that smoke up. See that smoke starting to come off there. Get farther a little bit and see if you can see that a little better. Not really. There you go. Alright, another 15 minutes of this. Just wanted to show you there's hot spots and cold spots. So you can see the middle of the griddle is nice and hot. It's getting that good color on it. The back side right there, that corner over there, the front of the griddle is not getting very hot. I mean, it's getting hot, but it's not getting as blazing hot as like this middle part here. So it's gonna get some more color over time, but I think it's true. The folks online pretty accurate when they say that the corners and edges don't get as hot as the middle part, and you're not going to get perfect seasoning when you do it like this. So just over time, you're just going to have to bear with it. It's still fine. It's just it's not as uniform as I would have liked. All right, we'll be back in about 10 more minutes. Okay, that took about 10 minutes. We're going to now put the last coat on. This is the fourth and final coat. That should be enough. So my deck is not level, and it always pulls in this one corner over here, so I gotta grab it from there and spread it out on the rest of the griddle. See that? It kind of pulls in this corner here, so I gotta push it out and then get the rest of the griddle. Let me just do that one more time. Saturate the towel paper a little bit better, and then push out. And now I can do the rest. Okay, that's pretty much it. This fourth and final coat is on. Let's do these back edges again, just for completeness sake. So the sides, these edges here, and then the outside. Okay. I'm just gonna check to see if there's any pooling going on anywhere. I think we're good. All right, let's let this smoke up nice, and then that should complete the process. Overall, not bad. We got some good color on there. Okay, so that fourth coat went on. It's smoking now, and the color's not bad. I'm pretty happy with the way things came out. Let's give this another 10 more minutes or so until at least the smoke dissipates, and we should be done with our initial seasoning. So, should be ready to use in a little bit. And being that this is rolled cold steel, it's not cast iron. A lot of people say it's cast iron. It's not. It's steel. It's going to require some maintenance every time you use it. You're going to have to squirt it with some water and re-oil it so you could use it. It's ready to use next time. So it is a little bit of maintenance, but you get some good quality stuff off of here, especially the burgers. So the first thing I'm going to try is some smash burgers. So we'll have a video of that soon, and we'll see how that comes out. If you guys have any comments, please let us know, and any feedback is much appreciated. I'm new to this just as much as a lot of folks out there, so I'm sure there's a lot of seasoned Blackstone folks out there that'll probably give me some pointers on how to use this thing. So please comment and let me know. Again, if you also like this video, if you thought it was informative, then by all means hit that like button, and subscribe to our channel for more upcoming content. We're gonna have some more Blackstone stuff, probably some more cooking stuff in general, but we'll see how things go. We'll just feel it out. All right, thanks guys.